From this to this. Let's go. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, guys. In this week's episode of Satya's Inverts, we're going to talk about these things in front of you. So, these are eggs or ovas that belong to Extatosoma tiaratum, also known as the Australian giant stick insect. As the name suggests, these stick insects are native to Australia. These ovas resemble seeds, complete with a fatty capsule at the tip. This fatty capsule is known as a capitulum. These ovas basically release a pheromone that attracts a particular species of ant, the red-headed bull ant. These ants will carry these ovas back to their nest where they will eat only the fatty tip and leave the rest of the ova alone. The ova will then incubate in the safety of the ant nest. In this species, the females can lay ovas without ever mating by a process known as parthenogenesis. The offspring in this case are all females and are the exact copies of the mother. Parthenogenetically laid ovas may take up to 9 months to hatch. But in the presence of a male, sexual reproduction will happen and the ovas laid by sexual reproduction take up to 4 months to hatch. Interestingly, in the absence of favorable conditions, these ovas can lay dormant for up to 3 years. Now let's talk about the incubation. So guys, to set up the incubator, you'll need some tissue paper, you'll need a container with some holes drilled into it. Make sure that the holes are not too big as you don't want humidity to escape. And you'll need some RO water. So let's set up this incubator. So guys, to set up the incubator, you basically need to lay down a thick layer of tissue paper at the bottom of the container, and then you just need to spray it gently with your RO water. You should not drench the tissue paper, rather just make it moist, not too wet, not too dry. And after that, just place the ovas on top of this moist tissue paper. That's pretty much it for the incubator. So guys, the next step is to incubate these ovas at about 25 degrees Celsius. We have to spray them weekly with RO water. Once we see that the tissue paper is drying up, we will let it dry for about a day and then again spray it. We have to repeat this process for about a few months and then eventually these ovas will hatch out. So guys, as you can see, one of the nymphs has finally hatched. And as you can see, they resemble the red-headed bull ant at this stage. This is so that they don't get attacked by the ants while escaping the nest. So yeah, let's set up the enclosure for this little guy. So guys, I will be using this tall container as its enclosure. This species needs a lot of ventilation, so I have cut open the top and I have made ventilation holes at the sides. So let's set it up. So guys, I will be using tissue paper as the base layer as it's easier to clean. So I'll add a thick layer of tissue paper at the bottom and then spray it down with some water. So guys, the next step is to add the food plant. In the wild, they mainly feed on eucalyptus, but you can feed them other plants such as privet, bramble, blackberry, rose, raspberry, guava and mango. It's really convenient for me to find guava leaves, so I will be using them as the primary food source. But from time to time, I will also give it rose and eucalyptus leaves. Nymphs have a hard time chewing on leaves, so it's better to cut the edges of the leaves a bit or damage the leaves so that they can chew on them more easily. It's really important to make sure that the leaves are fresh and have a lot of water content in them. So to ensure this, I will basically take a small container with a hole on its lid, and I will poke the branch into this container and I will fill it with water. So over time, the branch will absorb water from this container and the leaves will stay fresh for longer periods of time. Unlike tarantulas, stick insects can actually drown and die, so make sure that the stick insect has no way of getting into this container. Also guys, I forgot to mention it, but the lid will have mesh over it, so this will prevent the nymph from escaping while allowing good ventilation. So that's pretty much it for the enclosure. Now let's add the stick insect to its new home. I hope you guys join me on this adventure and we can watch these guys grow up into adults together, and I'll keep you guys posted. So on that note, let's end this video. Hope you guys like this video, and if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, post them down in the comment section below and I will reply. And yeah, I upload every Saturday, so see you again next week. Bye bye.